Inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22.
He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He gets this to Davante Adams. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
At the 8-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Lions, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come.
downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A young quarterback. Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to him on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And he's got it. Touchdown Bears. Davante Adams. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. The guy's man complete. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw here.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
picked off by Trayvon Mullen. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a handoff looking right. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement for the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Forced out to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. That's the end of the first.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. Breaks through the contact. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Bears 21, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deep.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Shedding through the defense. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Lions 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Flushed out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Able to fight through one tackle. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. He'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm on. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mike 55. I'm here all day.
Back to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants
at the Yale Bowl,
right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Lions 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
Lions, 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd and 10.
To number 88. No gain on the play.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Runs through the contact. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. He hits Adams complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical. At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Fights him off. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
There he goes left side. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 56, Lions 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Lions take over first and 10. And they're on the 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Trap 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They go play action here on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Powers through it. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Chicago. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
You go take. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Look out. Tracking 60.
They'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the first half.
26.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes Puts it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a tough one to swing.